What's going on, everybody? So welcome to week 2 of your Magically Manic Monday tips. Today we're going to tackle what I consider one of the most obvious frustrations about copiers, one that everybody has pulled their hair out of their head over, and that is the paper jam. So there's a lot of things that can cause and contribute to paper jams, but the one we're going to tackle today is one of the most basic ones. You may have heard of this, you may not have. If you have, fantastic. If you have not, clue in here. So the number one problem that causes, especially around summertime when we get into the high, hot, humid months of the year, is humidity, moisture in the air. And so we're gonna tackle that right now. But first of all, we gotta check in and find out what's going on over at the office.
Shh, be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
No, not really, folks. All right, so check it out. You probably have a room or a closet that looks like this. Paper that is stacked up out of the ream on the shelf, right? You take it out because you're gonna use it, you sit it on the shelf and it sits there waiting to be used, right? All right, so check it out, guys. When you have all that paper sitting there stacked up, something you don't think about, there's stuff that causes problems and makes the copiers jam up. I'm talking about a little thing called moisture. Moisture messes up copy jobs. Even my boy in his heavy armor back here cannot protect you from things getting wet. Matter of fact, if his suit of armor gets wet, it causes problems. It causes rust, it causes things to creak up, and he can't swing that sword quite as mildly as it needs to. When the paper sits there, if it's just for a day or two, no problem. But if it sits there for days or weeks or, God forbid, months, it's absorbing all that moisture in the air. So the paper is wet. Listen, guys, when I tell you your paper's wet, it doesn't mean that you can literally wring it out. That's not what I'm talking about. But there's still moisture in the paper. You put wet paper into a copier, it's gonna jam up. You get that lovely crumpling sound that everybody loves to have. So you put that wet paper anywhere in here and it feeds through, that's where you have the jamming issues. Also, and this seems like an obvious one, but make sure that your guides are all pressed up and touching the paper. If you have guides inside of your paper tray that are way out here, this paper is going to slide all over the place. And that is also going to cause jams. So as long as your paper guides are pressed up against, that too will clear your problem.